Now, to help set the stage for this, imagine that you are designing a candy bar, and you work for one of the big candy companies. You might work for Mars or Hershey's, and somebody there is designing candy bars, and somebody has to decide how many peanuts to put into a new candy bar. All right, you put no peanuts, you put just a few, you put a bunch, put a whole lot. You have to ask yourself, what's the right number of peanuts? Literally, 1, 2, 3, 10, whatever it is, to make your customers the happiest. All right? So somebody's worried about that. And if they're worried about that, behind that decision is the question of what's the elasticity of the peanut? What is the response? What's the response function look like for peanuts? Now, you might, let's go to some real life products. You all should be familiar with Milky Ways and Snickers and Paydays and Baby Ruths. They each have a different number of peanuts in them. And each one is a response to a different point on the response function for peanuts. If I were to ask you which one has no peanuts, you would tell me it's Milky Way. Which one has a few? It's Snickers. Which one has a bunch? That would be Baby Ruth. And which one has a whole lot? That would be Payday. All right? So what's happened is the people who are designing candy bars recognize that there is a response function. And actually, it's like an upside-down U, where people who don't like candy bars with peanuts, all right, they want 0, and they're way down here. If you think about happiness, adding peanuts makes them unhappy. On the other hand, those who like a few peanuts, as you go up this curve, they would like to have more peanuts, and their happiness will increase as you add peanuts. And really, just a few peanuts is what Snickers has, and that's the peak of this response function. Now, you could go on and add a few more peanuts, and you would have what a Baby Ruth has. All right, there's a different group of people out there that like more peanuts than what you would find in a Snickers, and so they tend to favor the Baby Ruth. And there's a small group. This curve tends to go back down, and that's because most people don't want a lot of peanuts. But there are a few of us out there, myself included, that like a lot of peanuts, and we find those in Paydays. And so if you're designing candy bars, you need to pay attention to what the response function is for the peanut. And should you just keep adding peanuts, would it make your target segment happier? Well, it won't. And so you need to pay attention. What is the limit for the segment you're targeting for the number of peanuts to add to the candy bar?